Hello and welcome to another redstone tutorial. Today we are going to look at a new kind of sugar farm that has been popping up. You'll see them pop up a little more in the next couple of weeks with this zero tick sugarcane deal that has been going around. So this is a 15 drops per hour or 15,000 drops per hour machine that I've seen to work out. It just uses the same technique as this one that you've seen explained before, I'm sure. Hopefully. If not, definitely keep your eye out, because what this does is after the 8th time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it causes a tick update to be forced onto the sugarcane. And it will do this fairly standard, and it is pretty much every time. So I thought, let's expand this. I haven't really seen anybody go big enough, and I haven't seen anybody go specific enough to where it would be usable on something like my server. So first of all, big disclaimer, this will cause lag, and as you can see in my settings, I have gone through and turned my audio all the way off to 0. If you turn this thing on, it will give you a massive headache and it will destroy your speakers. So basically what this does is it just activates all of the pistons over and over and forces that tick update, and then we have an auto sensing array up top of observers that makes it automatically harvest. So some people have used timing circuits to achieve that. I think that this is a much more reliable way to do it, because on top of not only letting you actually get it automatically and not run into any issues in terms of using the unit, whenever it's off, it will actually still activate, and you will still get that sugarcane. So this will be a passive and an active farm. You can turn off. We just hook up a lever to it. Simple enough. I will break it down. I will add a materials list in afterward. Okay, for this build, you will need any block of your choice, probably a couple stacks, 22 dirt blocks, 20 glass blocks, 2 redstone blocks, 1 bucket of water or 2 if that's what you'd like, 22 powered rails, 4 regular rails, 81 redstone, 24 observers, 44 pistons, 1 sticky piston, at least 2 chests, and 14 or more hoppers depending on your expansive storage. Okay, so I've gone ahead and pre-built the bottom of this. This is where we're going to be laying our collection system. So I've used plenty of hoppers just because this is a very quickly producing machine. I have the 7 rows laid out. I have 8 on this farm, but it seemed like it was able to keep up. So what we're going to do first is lay out our chest array. I would consider having a pretty large amount. You could always throw anything onto the end of this. If you want to have a shulker loader or something like that, that will work too. So what you want to do is lay across your complete system. You want to make sure you leave a block in between for these, and then of course our turnaround and our walk back. Make sure you're shift clicking over these, of course, because, you know, oh, I almost forgot how annoying working with corners are. Okay, so that's obviously our first stop in the terms of making this. So we're just going to grab some dirt and place across here. Of course, this is where our sugarcane is going to be going. This will help us keep track of our placement on here. There we go. And next, we are just going to want to place a line of, how do I say this? We need a line of, here we go, of water to come down here. So we have to place a stair. I can't believe I'm so unprepared. There we go. Grab some nice pretty stairs. I recommend placing the stair on the corner inward like that, and then across, just so that it will not spread to everything else. You want to make sure at the very least you have, there we go, Okay, at least this back corner. So then what I've done on the other one is actually make it fall even further. Because we have these hoppers here, if you let it fall right there, then you will actually give yourself more problems than before. I should really use a cleaner block than the... There we go. Alright. And of course, you can always build this underground, so you don't have to build this like kind of floating up like this. But I just wanted something that was going to look clean. There we go. And you're going to want to do this on both sides. Okay, now that we've got all that settled, what you want to do is place a row of blocks across these stairs because they will make the water flow. If you're not careful, then you will have all of your redstone be deleted at this point. So you want to make sure you do this. So we're going to grab our water. We're going to go through and just light this from the inside. Now, this won't always be as visible as it looks here, but you're just going to light up those blocks. There we go. With some water logging. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, from here, the next step is our pistons. Once we lay our pistons down, we've obviously got our sugarcane ready. We can go ahead and place that down. What I do is actually place down my sugarcane up and then switch to my observers. So then I've got it all handy. And I start with just placing another one, and then after that, it's as simple as just placing them all on top of each other. No problem at all. Okay, so next you're thinking, we need our 0 tick. So what we're going to actually do here is go underneath our water and place our pistons across just like that. Okay, so before we go and build all the redstone for this, you need to make sure you place some safety blocks. Now, if you see here, I've already got one safety block here. I'm going to show you the difference between having a safety block there and not having it. If you tap it, nice and easy. If you do it on this end, look what happens. And we get flowing water. Okay, so we never want to have flowing water with this redstone build because there's always a chance it can take out your redstone. We don't want that at all. Before we do anything, I'm going to go ahead and put in our hopper minecart. Okay, so now that we've got everything blocked up, we can work on the redstone. Since pretty much all of it's done, we're just going to place our glass across the front here. I'm being very conservative with glass. I'm not trying to you know, make anything pretty here. I'm just making it secure so that nothing falls out. So first, I'm going to use red concrete to keep track of the redstone for the automatic circuit that's up here. And actually, we'll just replace this right here with that. Alright, so now that we've got our red laid out, obviously we need to start with our input first. So these are going to all be placed right here. Now you need to make sure you're working in the back of the unit. You don't want to be working in the front of the unit. We're going to hide all the redstone behind it so that way we can go to service it all from up there. Now first we need to start with a locking circuit for here. We're going to use the right side to set our ticking, and then we're going to use our other side to bring around the actual pulse. Okay, now that we've got that, we're just going to make a simple little follow down circuit. There we go. And I believe we can throw all of this stuff in. Now it's just redstoning the lines. Okay, and we need to make sure that these all connect. There we go. There we go. And an automatic circuit if I ever saw it. Let's give this a quick try. Okay. Oh, there we go. So now, anytime anything grows, we're all set. Okay. Now, next we're going to do the blue circuit. We're just going to throw this down right behind it. It's not a big deal at all. If you place this here, we're just going to do some lines across the bottom here with redstone on them. And we're going to do another one on this side. Okay. There we go. And this is even easier than anything else we've made because it's all done right there in front of the actual piston. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to use our sticky piston here as our activator. Easy enough with our redstone just following across this way. Alright. And we will use our redstone repeaters to power that line. There we go. Alright. Now, I only made it this way because I dealt with some lag. I don't know if it's just me, so I'll still let you know. You can build it with this in mind. Oh, come on. It is not going to do it. Okay, so if you build it this way, I dealt with some issues where it would lag out and it would not properly activate the pistons and it would end up stopping itself. I'm not sure why that is. Something to do with timing, but doing it this way, it alternates, so it doesn't do them at exactly the same time, which I've actually found to be good because sometimes with the observers, it doesn't actually pick up one of them, and then if you end up with all of them growing on one side, then you could have a problem. So I haven't had it catch up at all, but it's fully automatic. It fully runs by itself. Zero loss on this, and like I said, I haven't really dealt with any backup on my other design. If you can use less hoppers, go ahead, but I haven't been able to use less. I think I had 6 on each side before, and it wasn't really keeping up. This side is the one that really gets bogged down, so if you cheap out on this side, it's not really that big a deal, or whichever way it's coming down. So because it's coming down this one will get filled up first, and then this one will be more of a backup to catch it all. So yeah. As far as that goes, everybody, hopefully you guys build this in your world. I will be building it definitely on something I do. Like I said, we're talking 15,000 drops an hour, possibly more. What I did, I ran a 15-minute test on it with this build over here, and was able to get a solid 15,000 if you add it up to an hour. So I believe that it was something like 4,000 or something like that drops in about 15 minutes. So that's not bad. Definitely, if you like it, share it around. Let your friends know about it. I'm sure you'll see more about it. This trick was first found out by, I believe, a Panda 9449. I saw it on TechRock, the Discord for TechRock, and wanted to explore it a little bit more. Definitely give them a look up. Go to the TechRock server if you want to find out more about technical Minecraft. If you want to find out more about less technical Minecraft and more goofing around, definitely go and check out the Blue Juice Discord, because we are always ready for new people. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.